Hello everybody, I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Danrvdtree2000 on Xbox Live, and this is another predictions video! A video that I never thought I would be making. It is time for the Royal Rumble! Again. It's gonna be the greatest Royal Rumble. It is gonna be the 50-man Royal Rumble. It's the greatest Royal Rumble ever. And where is it taking part? It's not taking part in England. It's not taking part in the United States. It's not taking part in Europe. It's taking part in Saudi Arabia. That is awesome. For the first time ever, WWE are going to have a pay-per-view in Arabia. That, my God, is going to be the most awesome thing ever. At 12 a.m., I think they said it's going to be 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Eastern time as the starting time. And I think that's 11 p.m. kickoff show starting time for the kickoff show. So that's like 4 o'clock p.m. in the UK. So we are 6 hours ahead of in America. So if 6 o'clock would be 1, so it's 12 practically. And oh my, it's gonna be such a good night over in South Arabia and Arabia. But that being said, I am going to do the same thing I do every time there's a pay-per-view on the WWE Network. And it's going to be a massive one. Starting off with the newly crowned Cruiserweight Champion, Cedric Alexander, who won the Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania, will defend his title against Kalisto. Again, none of these matches make any sense. None of these matches have any build-up to them, apart from the main event. So, if I had to make a prediction, I'm gonna say that Cedric Alexander, I think, is gonna win this match. Who do I want to win? I actually want Cedric Alexander to win this matchup as well. In fact, you're probably gonna hear a lot of that coming from me in this episode of, well, not this episode, of these predictions in a sense. So, with that being said, it's a very easy predictions for me. I think Cedric Alexander, and I want Cedric Alexander to win. So, going on to the next match. Okay, the next match is an Intercontinental Fatal 4-Way match for the Intercontinental Championship is on the line. And it's for a Fatal 4-Way match. And that's not just a Fatal 4-Way match, it is a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, The Miz and Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins and Finn Balor in this match. Seth Rollins defends the title in the match as well, but it's a free-for-all. We've got two superstars from Raw, that's Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, and 2 superstars from SmackDown. Now, considering that the Intercontinental Championship officially belongs to Raw, as far as we know, I very much doubt that The Miz or Samoa Joe are going to win this match. So, who do I think is going to win? I think, again, it'll be Seth freaking Rollins that's going to win the championship and retain the title. However, I wouldn't mind seeing, I want Finn Balor to win this match. So that's quite a good, easy pick for me for all of these 4 men right here. I don't know if the women's championships are on the line, but it's not going to be as big as the actual Royal Rumble this past year where we had 2 Royal Rumble matches. It'll be too long of a pay-per-view if that was to happen. I mean, yeah, I admit, seeing all those women return and the 30 women Royal Rumble this past year, but I think they can have 2 Battle Royals, one at WrestleMania and one at Royal Rumble. It's pretty goddamn awesome. So, with that being said, let's move on to the next match. After the Intercontinental Championship being on the line, what's next? I'll tell you what's next. The SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships is on the line as the brand new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions, the Bludgeon Brothers, will take on the Usos. And who do I think is going to win? Well, I think that Harper and Rowan, the Bludgeon Brothers, are going to win this match. Who do I want to see win this match? I actually would like to see the Usos win this match. I would actually want the Usos to win because as much as I like seeing the Bludgeon Brothers as the tag team champions, a lot of people might think it's too soon for them to be tag team champions right now, and I agree. They could be a dominating tag team, but they don't necessarily need to be champions to be that dominating tag team. However, I don't think that the titles will change hands here at the Greatest Royal Rumble this Friday. So, with that being said, it's a very easy predictions for me, and again, for the Greatest Royal Rumble. Very short predictions as well. But with that being said, I want the Usos to win, but I think it'll be the Bludgeon Brothers retaining their titles. On to the next match. Oh, yes! They will delete them! Yes, the deleter of worlds, Bray Wyatt, and the Woken one, Matt Hardy, will take on Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar! As they don't just set the bar, they are the bar for the vacated Raw Tag Team titles. Now, I'm not going to place any bets against Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy here because as much as I think the Bar has very slim chances of winning here tonight because they kind of blew it because this match was made before Cesaro and Sheamus was traded off to SmackDown Live. So, it's SmackDown versus Raw for the Raw Tag Team titles. Who's going to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions? The Deleter of Worlds! Yes, that is right. I think and I want the Deleter of Worlds to win this matchup. Because I can't see the Bar winning because they're on SmackDown Live. Because it'll be stupid for them to go back onto Raw as the Raw Tag Team Champions after just getting traded to SmackDown. It just doesn't make any sense. So, with that being said, it's a very, again, easy choice for me to make as the Raw Tag Team Champions, former Raw Tag Team Champions, Cesaro and Sheamus. The Bar will take on Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy, and it will probably lose to the Leader of Worlds, and we will have new Raw Tag Team Champions, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. So, with that being said, next match! Speaking of Woken, it's Brother Nero, also known as Jeff Hardy, as the United States Champion. Jeff Hardy is on SmackDown Live, and it's also another SmackDown vs. Raw match, as the United States Champion Jeff Hardy will take on the former United States Champion Jinder Mahal, as technically this is actually fair, I will admit, as he lost the United States Championship on Monday Night Raw, therefore he gets a rematch clause. So, in a way, this makes sense for them to have this match and there's story behind it. So, this match is very, very hard to choose, but considering likely the Intercontinental Championship being not belonging to Raw, unless they play hot potato with both the United States and the Intercontinental Championship, and they switch over the belts once again, and either The Miz and Samoa Joe wins the Intercontinental Championship, takes it to SmackDown, therefore Jinder Mahal will win this and take the United States Championship back to Raw. But then, realistically, I think that will not happen, as I think that Jeff Hardy will win this matchup, and I want Jeff Hardy to win this matchup. Jeff Hardy, all the way. He will deliver a swat bob and a twisted fate to win the matchup. Obviously, there might be some shenanigans coming from Sunil Singh, but I don't can't really see Jinder Mahal winning here. I think it's going to go in a bit of a downward spiral, and probably then eventually get rid of Sunil Singh and prove that he can become champion again, but without Sunil Singh, and start building up, wins again. I think something like that will happen. It'll be more of a case of Sunil Singh costing Jinder Mahal the matchup and the chance to become United States champion once again. So, there's my predictions, as I just said. I think, and I want Jeff Hardy to win this match. With that being said, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so here we are to redeem themselves from two big losses at WrestleMania. We got two losers at WrestleMania going at it to try and get a win at the greatest Royal Rumble. As we got John Cena taking on Triple H. And because I will talk about this in just a sec. There is no story behind it. It's just to fill in a matchup for Saudi Arabia to see two of the greatest icons in the WWE industry today, Triple H take on John Cena. I mean, they've had matches in the past, battles for the WWE Championship, in fact. So yeah, those history goes back a long way. Who do I think is going to win? This one's a hard one. I mean, John Cena was buried at WrestleMania against The Undertaker, but Triple H had a long, grueling battle against Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey, with Stephanie McMahon by his side. So with that being said, I actually think it might actually be Triple H here. And I hate to say this, but I want John Cena to win after that humiliating defeat against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. So, to make up for lost time, John Cena, I hope you win, buddy. So, Triple H, you can't see John Cena. So, easy pickings for me. An easy pick. Triple H, I think he could win, but I want John Cena to win. With that being said, I can go on to the next match. Okay, this is the second chance that we're gonna get to see the dream match between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. However, I actually think that I said this for my WrestleMania predictions. I thought that maybe Shinsuke Nakamura was going to become WWE champion. But after a long, grueling match that started off okay, that turned out to be a really good match with loads of good spots afterwards, it turns out AJ Styles just beat Shinsuke Nakamura fair and square. Then after the match, Shinsuke Nakamura turned heel by giving old AJ Styles a low blow. And so, therefore, he's been doing that lately as at least there's a story building up for this match. Some of the matches on this greatest Royal Rumble match card haven't had any stories behind them, but this has. So, like the John Cena vs Triple H match, it hasn't. But we've had a couple that do have a story building up to it, and so it's just a pay-per-view that doesn't make any sense to me because. And I'm back, as I was saying, yes, Shinsuke Nakamura did the whole entire heel turn at WrestleMania, and so, stuff went down there, and AJ Styles won the match, and everything at WrestleMania, and so they got this rematch now, as I was saying, about my predictions. I said I think it's going to be AJ Styles, but I want Shinsuke Nakamura, so. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see those two battle it again. Will there be some referee bumps where the referee goes down and there's a low blow and Shinsuke wins the title? Will he cheat to win? I hope not. I honestly hope he doesn't cheat to win, but that's the way his gimmick is going now, where he's just turned heel by doing the old low blow trick. I think that might actually be possible now, so. With that being said, I think AJ Styles, but I want Shinsuke Nakamura. So there you go. Next match. Ladies and gentlemen, the rematch of the century is happening for the 5th or 4th time. For God's sake. So we've seen it at WrestleMania 31, I think, where Seth Rollins cashed in at Money in the Bank when it was supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. Then Brock Lesnar faced him at like SummerSlam, I think, or something, and beat him there. Now, and then he's just recently beat him in a bloody pulp, quite literally, just recently at WrestleMania to retain his Universal Championship. So who do I think is going to win? Brock Lesnar! Who do I want to win? Brock Lesnar! And let me tell you why. Because it's going to be inside a steel cage. So yes, it's going to be inside the steel cage, and this for the Universal Championship. I think there'll be plenty of suplexes. There'll be plenty of Superman punches, a couple of spears, a few F5s out of nowhere, and maybe even we'll see a lot more blood, maybe even the beginning of the matchup. So yeah, how is it going to work? I don't know. Maybe the same result as before. I wish I could say I want Roman Reigns to win, but I don't think he deserves the championship just yet. Maybe wait another little bit later on, halfway through the year, and then he maybe have him go into WrestleMania as Universal Champion and then lose to the Royal Rumble winner, perhaps. But apart from that, I personally think, this is how it's going to go down. So, this is basically what I think is going to happen. Brock Lesnar. I think it's going to be Brock Lesnar, and I want Brock Lesnar. So, with that being said, next match. Well, this match is going to be obviously a buried alive match, and so we're going to leave Rusev Day on the way in Saudi Arabia because he'll be buried in the sand after being put in the casket, because this casket match between Rusev and The Undertaker is too predictable. I think he'll be The Undertaker, although I really want Rusev to win due to shenanigans or something from Made in English. It would be cool for a legend to pop out of nowhere that he's had problems with in the past that cost him that match, but I doubt it's going to happen. I'm saying an Undertaker win here just because it's The Undertaker. I mean, it's the one and possibly the last chance that we're going to see The Undertaker, not period and full stop, but in Saudi Arabia. So this may be the only chance of seeing him live, face to face. It'll be a really spectacular short match that will probably last about the same amount of time that the John Cena match at WrestleMania lasted. It'll be chokeslam, last ride, tombstone, casket shut, boom. No more Rusev Day. That'll be it. Rusev will be buried quite literally and figuratively. I wish I could say I would have loved to bet against The Undertaker, but you can't. Although I did say that at WrestleMania 30 predictions, and look what happened there. That was Brock Lesnar I was talking about. And again, if I didn't know that whether John Cena was going to face Undertaker at WrestleMania, and he did, and Undertaker beat the shit out of him in like seconds. Not even that, maybe more, maybe a 5-minute match. But it will be good to see The Undertaker, but it won't be good to see him bury Rusev in this matchup, figuratively and literally. So I think The Undertaker, and I want Rusev. Come on, Rusev! Crush The Undertaker! Even though it's not gonna happen. Next match. Okay, this is the next and final match, and here come a bunch of predictions for what we already see. Spoilers of returns are going to happen. Whether technically Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon and Kurt Angle don't really count as returns, but two major returns are happening in this 50-man Royal Rumble matchup is right there. Chris Jericho and Mark Henry. That could have... Why did they have announced that? They could have waited till the actual Royal Rumble for us to go, oh my god! But no, it's like, oh well, okay, Jericho's in there. He's allowed to be away from his tour, and Mark Henry's coming out of retirement for one match to be chucked, to have a little bit of like stare down with Kane and Big Show, and then being chucked over the top rope by everyone else in the match. Or by what single-handedly chucked over the top rope by Braun Strowman. I don't know. You got 3 members of the New Day there, and they got Baron Corbin. There's not many people to go by in this picture. I need a little bit more. So, if I had to choose out of the ones that are on this picture, I'd say I want Braun Strowman to win. Who do I think is going to win? Someone that's not on this picture, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So, yeah, one of those two is who I think is going to win. But I want Braun Strowman to win. I mean, all those people that are in the other matches below will also be in this match. And I'm going to just put it out there. There's going to be people from 205 Live. There's going to be people from Raw. There's going to be people from SmackDown, NXT, and even some legends by the looks of things, like including Shane McMahon, Kurt Angle, Mark Henry, and Chris Jericho by the looks of things. Daniel Bryan, is he a legend? I don't think so. If he was not able to compete, then, like he was earlier, then I would say yes he was. But now, he's now clear to fight in this matchup. There's going to be loads of competitors in this matchup, so I'm going to make a lot of predictions here for this match. First person to enter, last person to enter. I will even make per person to well, half of 50 years, 25, I think. Who's going to enter at number 25, the halfway through the Rumble? Who will enter last, and who will get eliminated first, and who will get eliminated last? Type of prediction. So here it goes. Who do you get eliminated? Who to enter first? Well, if I could pick someone to come into the ring first, it'll be Baron Corbin. And obviously, who will come in second? And to start off, because there has to be 2 people. I think if probably someone from Baron Corbin's past, someone that can be someone that maybe Bobby Roode. Let's go with Bobby Roode at this point, because you know Baron Corbin and Bobby Roode have a history. Just a little bit. Who'll be number 25, which is halfway through the Rumble. 25 to 50. I think. No, that's the. I'm doing my 4. Yeah, that's decent. Number 25. That's a very good, even odd number. So I think it will be possible. It might be Kurt Angle, because it's a good number for him to come in, perhaps. Who to be number 50? Now, I'm going to say the Undertaker here, because he's just had he's fully rested. Maybe he will come in last, so he can rest a little bit more. Even if he gets eliminated as well after short time after that. So to be eliminated, who to be eliminated first? I would go on someone like Jobber Status, like Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, or someone like that. So maybe Kurt Hawkins or Zack Ryder to be eliminated first. Here's the thing. Will Kofi Kingston save himself from being eliminated in this Royal Rumble? Hey, you might as well. Who to be eliminated first? Well, if it's to be the way that who I think it's going to be, Braun Strowman, to be who I want it to be, possibly Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn, if they was to eliminate one or the other, I suppose. That would be my predictions, all of my predictions for the Royal Rumble here. So yeah, what did you tell me who you think is going to win the greatest Royal Rumble of all time? And I'm going to make a little wager for myself. There's going to be so many superstars that enter this Royal Rumble. But for all their commentators for Raw and SmackDown, if every single one of those commentators, including Michael Cole, Coach or Booker T, I think it'd be Coach, Corey Graves, Brian Saxton, and Tom Phillips were to enter this Royal Rumble, I mean every single one of them, can't get 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5, I will literally give £5 to each of my parents if this happens. So with that being said, that is all of my predictions. You tell me what you think of what's going to happen in the comment section below. I am Danrvdtree2000, also known as Danrvdtree2000 on Xbox Live, and until next time, bye-bye! Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the video on the right. Also, feel free to click subscribe by clicking on the Master Chief icon on the top.